here, a former Russian psychologist. I'm going to break down this very best video about female psychology and nature.
New study out today that says women become unhappy as they get older. Well, the flip side, men get happier as life goes on. Now, the researchers, a couple of economists, by the way, they say it happens when we each turn 48. And of the major factors coming down, it's all about money. Now, what's that all about? We're going to debate it. Mark Rudolph is a no-nonsense man, and Tracy Burns, our Fox business reporter, joins me to tell us what's really going on. Tracy, is this true?
Did you see her hand gestures and facial expression and tone? It's been and always about money for most females. They ask how much men make and then push him always to make more within the relationship or marriage, and more for her own happiness and not his. Even so, when they are financially stable and everything seems pretty great, they still want the man to be more ambitious and make much more and achieve much more and become much more than he is. And telling men ask for raise, get promotions, work more hours, get overtime, get different job or 2 jobs. Then when men do work more hours, get a second job, and he feels fine about it because he doesn't want to hear the nagging at home, so he'd rather spend his time at work, they will cry. Why he doesn't spend time with me? Why he doesn't want to be with me? So you damned if you do, and you damned if you don't.
Come on.
I mean, come on.
All right, first of all,
Don't get me
Mark,
started.
'cause I know you've missed me, Mark. First of all, this study was conducted by mostly men.
tell you how
And
much.
when men conduct anything, they talk about their finances because men judge themselves by the size of their
Wallet.
toys, dare I say. So you put all your toys together in a parking lot and it makes you happy. If they were to ask other questions in this study about spirituality, about the other aspects of our lives, that women would have taken over. I mean, first of all, a woman hits her sexual prime at 35.
Who created spiritual concept? What gender are Tibet monks? Who in charge of most spiritual concepts and ideas? I don't see many women are truly into spirituality, but they claim they all are.
Things get much better for us.
Hey, I'm 35. This is good for me. All right, Mark, all right, go nuts, because I know you're going to go nuts.
She said go nuts. This is shaming tactic and shaming language. He's going to use facts over emotions, and she doesn't like it. But they don't want to hear it at all. They only want emotions and feelings to be exchanged.
Well, first of all, you're presuming that unhappiness in women begins in middle age. I'd say it starts when she's a little girl, when she's taught that happiness derives from shoes, jewelry, boob jobs, and pedestals. And what's interesting, oh, come on, Alexis, and then you have boys who are taught that they're supposed to make girls happy. I was on the radio 2 weeks ago in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the host related a story. He overheard his son and daughter talking. So brother goes to sister and says, "How come you always have money and I don't?" And she says, "That's simple. I have a boyfriend and you have a girlfriend." The fact of the matter is, boys are taught that they're supposed to make women happy.
No, he's actually living in the dark ages.
There's that.
I'm not living in the dark ages. This is reality. And if either of you women have...
This is another shaming tactic and personal attack on him. They don't want to hear data, science, facts, research. They want to tell us that most females are paying for dates, paying for men's gas, paying for dinners?
Ever dated women, you would know what I'm talking about. But you pretend that you don't know what I'm talking
all right,
about.
Mark,
So
let's
what's
get back.
This is the best point he made here. They love to talk to the talk from their side of view, but not from the man's perspective. Men have disadvantages with which they are trying to deal and not complain about. But females still want to get more from what they already have. They want all the advantages and zero disadvantages.
happening in middle age? What's happening in middle age here is that women who bring 70% of divorces are divorcing the men that they never wanted to marry to begin with, and so now that's what's making the men happy.
That's interesting because we control the household spending, don't we? Because we're working more than ever. All right, let's get back to the survey, though, all right? Because basically what they're saying is that we are happier in our early adult life and that women are more likely than men to fulfill their aspirations earlier related to material goods and family. That is true, wouldn't you say, Tracy? And a good thing. It takes men longer to figure out what they want to do in life.
Well, I just think this whole notion of basing your happiness on material goods is part of the problem, hence part of the reason that this thing was run by men in the first place. If there were women on the panel,
Tracy.
if there were women on the panel, they would, I mean, ask any woman if she would choose her car over her children, and she'd take the kids any day, whereas I would question a lot of men out there, quite frankly.
Tracy, I can't
There's a
believe what I
reason
just
that
heard
women
you
live
say.
longer, Mark, let me tell you.
If many mothers cared about well-being of their kids, they would find a decent fathers and stayed with them for the rest of their lives. Women are in charge of opening their legs and giving the birth. Thus, they are liable for what father, husband they choose, and what kids they will make, and who the kids will become.
It is because we are stronger
Yes.
and we are happier at the end of the day than most men. And that is factual, and you know it.
When men are married to women who scream like you, they just want to die sooner.
I'm not
When you have women going around, Tracy,
She left you. Let's
Tracy.
put that on the table if you want to play this game.
Tracy,
Yes.
when women go around comparing their engagement rings to show off who got the most carats,
Oh, I don't know where you
tell me
find
that
these
women don't
women.
compete.
Mark, I don't know
tell
where
me
you
that
find
women
these
don't
women. The
compete
women
on
I know
material
do not
possessions.
care about that kind of stuff, Mark.
All right,
You gotta
Mark,
get out more.
Women compete on houses, divorce settlements, carrots, country clubs. Women compete on money all the time.
If you buy your fiancé a ring with a small diamond and carats, or smaller diamond than her friends have, you'll be in a big trouble. She will tell you that you don't love her or that you only love her a little bit as the diamond on the ring that you bought her. The key here, you bought her the diamond and the ring and everything else, but she still is not satisfied because she want the ring to be with bigger carats, bigger diamond, and much bigger than her friends have. Bigger house, better car, better property, better everything.
Give me a break.
Wow.
Wait a
You got the
second.
wrong
wait a
women in
second,
your
Mark,
life, buddy.
Well, Mark, wait a second. The stature of a
Yes.
lot of men is measured in the car they drive, the golf country club they belong to, and very much the place they live in. You have to admit that.
And whether or not their wives are staying at home and not working.
Yes, men work, earn the money, and pay for it all by themselves. They're not waiting for the other gender to buy it all for them and then act like they earned it and deserve it all.
That's exactly what I said at the beginning. That's because men are taught that men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault. Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault.
Mark,
Everybody has to make himself or herself
You're giving me
happy.
such a bloody headache.
Yeah, I mean,
Facts. You can only make yourself happy or work on yourself to bring the happiness within.
Where are you from? Where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son
Well,
that he
that's
should be
wonderful.
attracted
But Tracy, you're
to
the
a
same one. You're the same one who bragged that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
Three children.
okay, Mark,
You know what?
So, but you don't need a man's
all
money.
right, with that
Alimony has nothing to do with the kids. Child support does. Alimony is for herself and her lifestyle only. And another thing, she's working, she's making money. So she took that spot from a man. So more women work, less spots for the men. So women taking the spots of the positions or jobs that men could possibly have, right? So more women work, less men work on that jobs. She's making money and she's also taking the money from her ex-husband as alimony. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember guys, open your mind.